Another Sunday WOAY ABC4 Community Forum, where we talk to community leaders and local success stories to discuss important information that affects all of us here in Southern West Virginia. I'm your host, Brandy Lawrence, and today we're joined by more distinguished guests, Patty Logan and Gary Pack with the Mount Hope Christmas Festival and Parade Committee join us this morning. Thanks so much for coming to the forum.
Good to be here. Thanks for inviting us.
Absolutely. It's always a good time having you all here, find out what's going on over in Mount Hope. And it's the Christmas season kicking off, a lot of lighting ceremonies and things going on. And I see Mount Hope is ready to celebrate. So
we've run a whole lot more decorations this year. Every year we add, thanks to Gary. Gary is our man that climbs the poles and does every bit of it over and over. So we all try to help him, but he's our main decorator.
But we all do it.
Yeah.
Well, thank you to all of you. And if you've all been through Mount Hope recently, go take a trip there and see all the Christmas decorations. It's looking beautiful and lit up and ready to go. So this year's Christmas Parade and Festival, it's December 14th.
That's correct.
Yes.
And what can we expect from this year's festivities?
Well, this year we did something a little bit different. We're going to start about 2 o'clock, and we have a few little contests we're going to do just to liven it up a little bit. We're going to have a ugly sweater contest, and we're going to have a gingerbread house contest, but that's for people to make the gingerbread houses ahead of time and bring them so that we can judge them. We'll have a gift wrapping contest to see who can do the gift wrapping the fastest. And then for the kids, we're going to have cookie decorating contests so that we already have the cookies there and the icing, and all they have to do is come and just spend their time doing that. And then we'll do prizes for each one of those.
Awesome. That sounds like a competitive Christmassy time.
Right, right.
Yeah, and that will all be done in the memorabilia room, which is at the community building. It's on the ground floor, and there's a sign above the door that says memorabilia room. And since we'll have a stage set up, that door will be right behind the stage if anybody has any trouble finding it. So just look for the memorabilia room sign above the door behind the stage.
Awesome. Awesome.
And for starting at 2 o'clock and all, Bobby Dorado, which one of our committee people, he'll be DJing music also starting at 2 o'clock until the end, with the exception of it won't be during the parade while the parade's coming through.
He'll play Christmas music and a little bit of old 50s and 60s music.
Yeah.
He'll mix that in. But that'll be from, like we said, from 2 until 6 when the parade actually starts coming through. So we're expecting big things for the parade this year.
I'm sure.
And occasionally our committee gets up there and sings a Christmas song.
Yeah, that's right. Together. We did last year, I think. But for the parade, we've got Woodrow's band, I believe. We've been promised that. You never know with the weather. Mm-hmm. With the weather, you never know. But we've been promised Woodrow's band. We've been promised Oak Hill's band. And maybe the middle school band, too, if I'm not mistaken. So we're expecting big things from that. We've got contests for people. We give out trophies for the best float, for the best utility vehicle thing.
Side-by-side slash Jeep.
Whatever.
We're combining the side-by-side and Jeeps together and giving best trophy for that. So, and is there a third one? I forget. What's the third one?
I don't remember. I don't remember, but there are 3 of them. So we have trophies that we give out to them. And it's a church float, the best church float.
Yeah.
Okay. That's what it is. So we do that. Now the lineup for the parade's at 5 o'clock at the old high school on the bypass. And everyone needs to try to be there between 5 and 5:30.
Yeah, the parade actually starts at 6, so we need everybody ready to, by 6 o'clock. And hopefully, even though it's this time of year, winter, guys don't like to bring out their classic cars and all. If the weather's good and all, bring out those classic cars. We'd love to see them out in the parade. I know I have a couple people that's committed to it, but again, that all depends on if it's snowy weather. They're not going to, but if you can, bring them out. And also, we'd encourage people if you can't bring your Class D car out and all, if your four-wheel drive pickups and all, if you want to decorate them with the lights and all for Christmas, you're more than welcome to do it. That's always another nice addition to the parade if you can't, like I said, if you can't bring your classic cars out or whatever. Or if you do bring your classic cars, you can decorate those too and light them up and all and
Awesome.
make it much better. And since our parade is after dark, it makes for a nicer parade.
That's why we
seeing
do
all
that.
the-
We just like to be a little bit different than other
Yeah.
people. I understand Oak Hill's parade this year is on Thursday night, which that way we wouldn't wear the kids out marching both times. So that's why we think that the band will get to be in there.
And everything shows up better. It's colder, but it shows up better. It's more Christmassy, you know.
Absolutely. I was going to mention that as well. I went to last year's parade and just seeing everything just so lit up. I mean, it made the experience even more fun.
Right.
And
Yeah.
I think the kids even more enjoyed it even more too, seeing all those lights.
Yeah, and then this year's will be more, since like Patty said, each year we try to add more, and we've added, and of course people that's been through can see that, but we've added 1,000 feet, 500 feet down each side of the street of the old-fashioned Christmas lights, so and it made it, and I'm sure you've seen them, but just, so each year we try to add more, and we'll continue with it each year as we go.
Awesome. Awesome. So I hope
As long as us old people can hold up.
Well, you seem to be doing great, you know, with all this. I know this is a big feat and this is a big event to put off every year, but you all seem to do it without a hitch. I mean, you look like
Because
it
we
looks
enjoy
effortless.
it. That's why. Because we enjoy doing it. We're all just really good buddies. We've become all really good buddies in it. There's no controversies. We just enjoy doing it. We like spending time with each other.
So it's pretty much just like hanging out with your friends.
It
but
is
you know,
hanging
you're
out with your
also-
friends, yeah, and knocking ideas back and forth between you.
Yeah, and of course another big reason we do it, again, like I mentioned before, at the last time we were here, so many people in Mount Hope doesn't get the opportunity to go anywhere on vacations and stuff like that. And because we were in the beginning just having the Jubilee, we just started the Christmas Festival 2 years. This would be
About 3 years ago.
About 3 years
About
ago.
3 years ago.
And we started thinking about that. Like I said, so many people don't get a chance to go on vacations on. That's the only thing they get to do. So we decided to add the Christmas parade to it. Well, then after that, we decided to make it a small festival. It's not as big as our the Mount Hope Jubilee Festival, but and we don't want it to be bigger because of the weather and all that. But and we expect to have, or hoping to have, about 20 vendors. Is
Not
that
quite,
right?
a little bit less than that, but yeah, maybe some. We're hoping more will sign up
approximately.
between now and then. But we've got food trucks, and we've got some arts and crafts and that sort of thing coming. So it's going to be. I mean, it's all going to be congregated more. At the Jubilee, it's sort of spread out, but it's going to be all around in the same little area for Christmas, and we really think that it'll be a good time for everybody.
It sounds like
Yeah,
it.
and be a good place to get some nice, cheaper Christmas gifts with all the vendors there too. So that'd be something to keep in mind.
Yeah.
We have some pretty good setups with a lot of variety of things that make good Christmas gifts and all.
Awesome. Yeah, and it's always, I think, meaningful to get things from like local vendors, you know, people that you know around the neighborhood,
Right.
and
Yeah.
you're supporting a local business, but you're also, you know, giving those gifts for Christmas. So are you all looking for any more vendors, or are you
We're
pretty
looking
much
for
good?
more
Yeah, we're
More
still-
vendors.
Anybody else that's interested can call me. My number is on the Facebook item, but it's 304-673-3984. If they'll call me, then we'll get them set up.
Awesome.
We'll do that, so
All
it'll be
right.
fine. But we started that with just our Jubilee. And then we added our Christmas Festival. Well, now this year we're going to add it's not really a festival, but we're going to arrange a gathering in early May. Along the same line of what we're doing with Christmas. We're not trying to do a big scale thing, but we want as many people as we can. We recently had a celebration of Lonnie Warwick's life. He was a guy from Mount Hope that we all loved, and he died recently, and And we had, right before he died, we had named the football field after him, and it was changed from the Mount Hope Municipal Field to the Lonnie Warwick Mount Hope Municipal Field. And now we've got to do some work. The front of it, everything sort of wears down a little bit, and we need to replace gates, and we need to replace the front of the concession stand. There's things we need to replace, so we're trying to raise a little bit of money for that. And we already had some of that fundraiser a couple weeks ago, but this is going to be really good weather. We'll have good entertainers out there, and for anybody that's ever been to Mount Hope's football field, they know how big an area it is, and we can really have a good time. So we plan, and the weather will, we hope, hold out. So we'll have it in May, and that way everybody can get out there in their T-shirts and shorts and just enjoy themselves and help us do something for the community.
Good stuff.
And our main goal for that, for the football stadium, is to eventually, we'd like to make it a music venue where not just local bands, but where we'll have people coming in from, just different areas, some of the big time folks coming in and all. That's our goal. So
that's our goal, but the sides of the field have to be replaced, and they're going to be. There's grants out that they're going to be, but what we're concerned about right now is the front of the front of it. We're not going to take anything down. We're not going to do any dramatic changes. Nobody needs to worry about that, but we're going to make it look so much better.
yeah, just more of a facelift.
Yes, right. So
Yeah.
make it look so much better.
And also for the folks that didn't know Lonnie Warwick, he was our hometown hero, NFL football player. He played for the Minnesota Vikings for 8 years. And prior to that, he went to school in Mount Hope. He played Mount Hope football, and so he was a Mount Hope original. So after he retired from the NFL, he moved back to Mount Hope. So.
Awesome.
And it's just loved by everybody that had in contact with him.
Definitely.
He actually also, after Minnesota Vikings, he actually also played for
Atlanta.
Atlanta Falcons for 2 years.
Yeah, he played for Atlanta, and he coached with different organizations,
Yeah, he,
Tennessee and whatever else.
He also coached for the Washington Redskins for
Yeah.
2 years on
Yeah.
defensive coach.
So he was, and we just want to, in here, the work needs done, but we want to do it in his memory because he did do that. And I'll tell you one thing that we do have going on, and we'll have going on for a while. We purchased sweatshirts and T-shirts to sell to help with this fundraising, and they have a picture of just a drawing of the football field on them, and the T-shirts on the back says Mount Hope Strong. So not the sweatshirts, but the T-shirts. But anybody that's interested in buying any of those can contact us, and we're going to have some for sale that night. That
Yeah.
night we're going to have them for sale. So that'll be a good way to come and get or that day, they come and get your sweatshirts or T-shirts.
Make another nice Christmas gift.
Oh,
Yeah.
definitely.
Right.
Especially you're from Mount Hope. You went to Mount Hope High School. I mean, perfect gift. Perfect.
Yeah. I probably have every sweatshirt and T-shirt that ever came out of Mount Hope. So.
And I
Yeah.
love some good merch, so
Yeah.
I'll probably be down there buying some stuff too that
Okay.
I probably don't need, but
Yeah.
I want them. So
Well, we just
Never
need
need them.
we just need help. I mean, we need people to join in with us is what we need.
oh, definitely. So we're glad you're at Community Forum. So hopefully the community is out there listening, and they'll get you that help that you all need. And we're about to go off to our first break, but before we go, do you mind plugging the Facebook page one more time so people know where to get all this information from?
Yes, just get on Facebook and look up Mount Hope Jubilee. We have 2 sites. The other one's a new one. I can't recall what the name of it is right now, but just get on the Facebook Mount Hope Jubilee, and it will have information about the Christmas festival along with the Jubilee itself. So.
Yeah.
All right, good stuff. All right, well, you all stay tuned. We'll be right back here talking more about the Christmas festivities going on in Mount Hope on December 14th. Welcome back to Community Forum. I'm here with Patty Logan and Gary Pack, and we're talking about Mount Hope's upcoming Christmas parade and festival and everything that they have going on. Now, they do still have openings for floats and, classic cars and other people who want to be in the parade, but they have a very special request for people that do want to be in the parade, especially not to, confuse the children. No Santas. Because you have a Santa.
One Santa at the end of the parade, and no one else is going to be allowed to be a Santa there. No, one year there was like 2 of them, and everybody was the kids were confused about it. We don't want to do that.
Yeah.
It'd be okay for people to wear just the Santa hats, but not to be dressed as Santa.
Right.
We
don't care about Santa hats. Anybody knows that. But
Yeah.
one thing we didn't mention, we'll have treat bags for all the kids. So if the kids need to come up to the memorabilia room to us after the parade, and we'll give out a treat bag to each one of them.
Yeah, they're going to need it. They're definitely going to need it.
And those will be given out by Santa. He will be there to give out
and
the
he gives them
treats.
out. And if anybody wants to take a picture with him or whatever. So.
All right, y'all, you get that. There's only one Santa at this parade. Do not come dressed as Santa. You will be wearing the same outfit as the other Santa. Don't do it.
Yeah.
So
If you want to be an elf, that will be fine.
yes, we need plenty of elves because we need those toys to be made, and we got to get those toys distributed as well. So no Santas. We have plenty of contests going on. Are there certain things that people that may be interested in joining these contests need to know before they go?
Well, under the gingerbread house contest, they absolutely have to make them ahead of time. There's no time to make them down there. So they can bring them anytime between 2 and 5 o'clock. Just have the name in front of them, and we'll have a table for them to set up, and then we'll judge them. And there'll be a prize, a cash prize for the top with just one. We're not doing first, second, and third. We're doing one. So a cash prize for the best decorated one. The second thing is the gift wrapping. That's just going to be fun, and we're probably going to do it outside. I think we're going to do it outside in front of everybody, so we can just have 2 people line up and see if they can wrap a present, how fast which one will win, and that sort of thing. So we're going to do that, and then of course the kids get to go inside where it's warm and decorate those cookies. We'll have those cookies that you get from Walmart or whatever that are not decorated, and they get to decorate those. What's the other one?
The ugly sweater,
contest.
And there will be a cash prize for that also,
There's
right?
a cash prize for
One cash prize.
for the sweater, for the gift wrapping, and for the kids we'll give a small cash prize for the best decorated cookie too. But all 4 of them, the gingerbread house, the cookies, the gift wrapping, and the ugly sweater.
Yeah.
Awesome. So if you want to be a part of the gingerbread house contest, you do have to make that in advance. The ugly sweater in advance as well. There will not be materials there to make your ugly sweater
That's
either. Right. But everything else is fair game, to show up and participate. So that's awesome. Also, more about the parade themselves. The people that are interested in inserting their classic cars or a float, do they just need to sign up? Just to show up when the lineup, or do they need to get in touch?
Yeah, they just need to show up, and we line everyone up, accordingly once they get there.
But what I understand this year from what Miranda said the other day, we're going to just do first come, first serve.
Gotcha.
We're not going to try to put all the churches together, or this band here and then the church, and we're just going to, as they come, is what she said.
Yeah, but we do still, we'll do the thing. We definitely want to keep the bands separated and all so that they're not,
Yeah. And ROTC will start the parade like it always does. We have them coming, so.
But no, no one has to do it in advance. They just, or notify us in advance and all. They just need to show up with whatever they want to bring.
Awesome.
So.
And line up at 5 o'clock at the high school.
Yeah,
the old high
the
school.
old high school, which
On the
is,
bypass.
they call it the Mount Hope bypass.
Yeah.
Awesome. All right, good to know. And since this is Community Forum, I like to see how the community can get involved and help you all out. So is there anything in particular that, we all can do to help you all make this event a big success?
Well, we really want you to participate in these 4 contests that we're talking about, and we don't want it to be a dud. We want them to really participate. As far as participation for this Christmas thing, we just want you to show up. Now, in the spring when we have that thing, we'll ask for a lot more participation. But we want you to show up, and we want you to enjoy yourself. That's the thing. Bobby Dorado is like one of the best music players there are around, and he will get you involved. He really involves the people when he does it. Yeah. He gets up and he dances around the stage, and he's a great entertainer.
Yeah, so
he'll do that. Anybody that wants to maybe participate as far as ask him for particular music and that sort of thing, he probably has it, so you can do that. You can ask, and he can still about doing that. We have everything down pat so far, but like in the spring we won't. It'll be a bigger community thing, so we will need that then.
Awesome.
Okay.
So you guys make sure to show up to the 2024 Mount Hope Christmas Parade and Festival. It's sure to be a good time. I know that I went to the parade last year, had a great time. Any kids out there watching, there's plenty of candy. That's why I said they're definitely going to need those bags, because I needed a bag last year to haul all my candy home. Yeah. So, it's a wonderful, wonderful time. But I'm also seeing that, well, actually, while we were on break, we were talking about cleanup efforts and things like that. Yes. And you were talking about how awesome the city employees are at getting everything cleaned up after all these major events. I know Jubilee is a big one, right, too, and you talked about how they have it spotless by the time you're going through town the next day.
These employees are, anything we ask of them, anything we ask them to do, they block streets. One in particular that does the cleaning is Paul Knight, and he's done it for 50 years, and 35 years, and he's so good at it. He just really is, but Paul is just a special person to me, because it doesn't matter what I ask him, he'll do it. He'll help us in any way. And our mayor, Mike Kessinger, he's really tried to show his support in our direction, and that's important. That's important. And we have a good little community. People may not realize what a good little community, but we have a good little community.
Yeah, Mike does. He really appreciates the things that we do in town, and by adding the extra things that we do each year. And he really does appreciate it, and he shows his appreciation for it. So, right. And we appreciate him for that.
Yeah. Definitely, that's awesome. And I love how you mentioned that some people don't realize how great of a community Mount Hope is and has, because I think unless you really get out and get to these events,
you're not going to know.
You're not going to know.
You're not going to know. And each little town has their thing, and I understand that. And we just want to make ours bigger and better every year, and we want to welcome everyone we can. Doesn't matter what community they're coming from, they'll be welcome in Mount Hope.
Definitely, definitely. And I know you have your event committee, and you have meetings, every week. Is there any way that people can help you all out with that? Any sponsorships or any local businesses looking to get involved?
We could. Anything that we do, our money comes from our brochure that we make for the Jubilee. That's where our money comes from. And we get, after Jubilee, it's getting low, and we have to spend a little bit of that money that's left on the Christmas thing, because we don't do money that. But anybody that would be willing to help us, any businesses or anything else, we'd be more than welcome to accept it. Yes, we would.
Yeah, we would love anybody that's willing to donate or anything like that for that purpose. Definitely welcome them in, and. And also, like Patty mentioned, from our brochure we sell, and our setups, for...
That's where our money comes from, to pay for what we pay for. And, the more we spend, the more we need.
But we just, so all in all, basically, our little group, our committee, we raise the funds to do these things ourselves. So.
If anybody's wanting to be involved in the committee, I would recommend that you not just show up to a meeting. I would recommend that you contact me and let me discuss it with you and then discuss it with the other members so that we can determine whether we think it's a good fit.
Gotcha.
I mean, we've had a couple that weren't a good fit.
And I know one we'd love to see join us.
Right, I do. I think you would be a great addition to it. But I mean, anybody, we're not any kind of secret society that we can't take anybody. But there's been a couple that caused a little bit of problems, and not recently, but we just need to discuss it with them.
We just want to have a good, happy group.
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely. And I know how you mentioned you all are your friends and you all have a great time, doing all
Yes.
these things. So you don't want any disruptors there.
Right.
So,
Well, I mean, everybody has different ideas.
Yeah.
That could help us, and I think that's important to bring your ideas to the table, and we could do something different.
And also, if we had a TV star out hanging Christmas lights in town,
There you go.
I don't know if I'm a star, but
He's just trying to keep climbing that ladder.
well, I'll definitely, as a Mount Hope resident, I will definitely, start attending the meetings if you all will have me.
Oh, I'm sure that's already been passed.
See, I can
Yes.
help you all out. But anybody else out there that is interested in helping Mount Hope and the events committee, make sure to get in touch with them and make sure to go to these events that they work so hard to put together. Make sure also to visit the Facebook page at the bottom of your screen to see more information about the upcoming festival and parade. Thank you all for joining us this Sunday, giving us all this wonderful information, and thank you all out there as well for watching Community Forum. Be sure to tune in next week where we spoke to more local leaders and success stories about important information going on here in Southern West Virginia. Have a happy Sunday.